Yes, it's that time again. Tune in to Taking It Too Far podcast. Let's have a laugh with 3 P's in the pod. Funny stories and bad interviews with 3 P's in the pod. Good times are right here. Taking It Too Far podcast. No need to be politically correct today. Let's take it nice and easy. The best friends are here to make your day. It's a Taking It Too Far podcast.
Me and you. Welcome to the Taking It Too Far podcast. I am Brandon.
La 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 Laura.
Adam.
We were just outlining the relationships before
Man,
you
I tell
came
you
in.
what.
What?
Nothing.
We're friends, Adam. We're not best friends.
I agree.
You two can be best friends.
You want to be my
I can be best friends with her. We're all just best friends with Laura. Me and you are acquaintances.
Passerbys. Strangers in the night.
Strangers in the night.
They get yelled at for being here
People
on
often
time.
ask me, is that his best friend? I say, no.
No, yeah. The more we do this show, the more I'm convinced he doesn't even like me.
He loves you.
Nah, I do. I love you.
I don't know.
You might be my best friend,
That's scary.
right?
He tells you all of his secrets.
You know why I'm your best friend? If that's the case, you're mean.
I don't think that fan's helping anything. Just making noise.
It's moving air.
It's loud, right?
I do think I can hear it through the headphones this time.
It's louder
I don't
than
think you should have turned the fan on. I think you should have just shut it off completely and let the cool air be in there. Because the fan, if anything, is going to blow hot air from outside in.
Yeah. That's why she's the smart one of the group.
See what just happened there?
She took.
Oh, it's the other fan, too. Sucking all the air out.
Yeah, I think that's the.
No, I checked all of them off the box, and then, I just always forget something. I hit record. What else do you want from me?
I'm happy. It's fine.
All right, guys, now we're here.
We're here. Let's play the theme song again.
Yeah.
No, we're good. Starting
here.
over?
No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to start over.
Oh.
I got these cool little views now, so, we can look at you.
Hey, how you doing?
We can look at you.
Where do I look? Oh, I
At
would
your
look
camera,
here.
yeah. You
And
look at your
then
camera.
Now I'm looking at the camera.
Now you're looking at the camera.
Last time we did this, it creeped me out because it right at me. And then I turned to, you remember?
It sucks though, because I'll never be able to look at myself. I can never look at me.
That's the point. Is you're not supposed to be
You're
able
not
to
supposed
look
to be staring at the
You're not
camera
supposed to
like,
look
"Hey,
at the camera.
How you doing?
Oh no, I
You're not?
know.
That's what I do. I stare right at it and go, "What's up, people?"
Yeah,
No, I don't. I actually look around and look at the you guys and
you guys.
Yeah, most of the time we're.
yeah. I like the you guys.
All I can hear is your creaking ass.
Yo, we switched views 15 times now, and it's not even been 3 minutes.
That's
Stop
okay.
doing it.
People are like, ah!
Stop moving around.
I know. I just like new things.
Like to play.
Yeah.
You're just following that dopamine.
Speaking of dopamine, we hit some dopamine this weekend with some alcohol.
Did you get a little drunky drunk?
Oh, I got wasted.
I thought you don't drink, Brandon.
I don't normally, but dude, I got loosey like a goosey.
Oh,
We Ubered home. We closed the bar down.
nice.
It was
Nice.
so
And
much fun.
It was a lot of money too.
I haven't done that in
Holy
years.
fuck! I don't even want to remember. I remember there being a 3 digits, so
Nice.
that's all that matters. It was a great time though. We had a hell of a time.
I haven't closed the bars down in, God.
I got all kinds of different drinks. Laura's just going with the Miller Lite and lime. Did you get any vodkas?
Yeah, sometimes I get
So your normal regimen.
Sprite and vodka, and there was a one shot that I got in there that was I'm not sure what alcohol was in it, but it's called a lemon drop, and it tastes like candy.
Vodka.
I think it's vodka.
I love lemon drops.
They
Those are
taste
my
like-
favorite
All the ones
shots.
we've ever made were vodka.
My
but
favorite shots.
It's not like a lemon drop that tastes like, because I've had lemon drops before that were hardcore liquor. Lemon drops.
Yeah.
It's not it didn't taste like that.
Right.
This one tasted like straight up candy.
There you go.
It was
So,
tasteful lemon drops.
I was I'm very surprised by these ones. I'm always
Well, we got great bartenders there at the Coterie.
I love them.
Good bartenders.
They're
One
my
of these days.
favorite.
One of them made me cry.
Good way, good cry or bad cry?
That was a great cry, man. It was just like you don't know, like it's almost like you don't notice somebody, and then all of a sudden like the veil's like lifted over. You're like, oh, you're a person too. You're not just like a passerby. So like one of our favorite bartenders, Ellery, who's been on the show, is married to a bartender downstairs. His name is Damon. I've never really had an interaction with Damon. It's mainly just talking about his wife.
Drink, right?
And bringing up his wife constantly. Like, oh, we did this, oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then, I don't know, we were drunk as fuck, and we went down to his, because they closed the upstairs, so we went down to his bar, and we started drinking, and I said something stupid. And then he just was, like, pissed off and walked away. I was like, God dang it. I don't know what I did. Like, I don't mean to. And then he just came back and was just like, straight up. Was just like, yo, dude, like, you always talking about my wife. Like, I'm a dude too. Like, I'm Damon. What about Damon? And I'm like, holy fuck. Like, I just felt it. So I cried. I was like, I'm so sorry, dude. And I hugged it out. I didn't like ball cry, but like, I was tearing up. I was just like, yeah, dude, like, I completely get what you're saying. Because, like, sometimes... Laura hasn't really been in a situation, but she's got a lot of, it's always Laura sometimes. I get it.
You can see that.
Like, talk about me. Talk about Brandon. But I get where he was coming from. So.
Well, that's cool that you
like that
grew.
At all in this situation.
What do you mean?
We live in a state that it's all your family. And the nearest state, it's all your family.
Oh.
And
it's not family that it's like that.
It's your friends. And like...
Your friends are way more animated than my friends.
I'd be willing to bet that when you guys go in public, not in family, you get the attention.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
As you should.
I have to make the attention. People flock to Laura.
I could see him acting out, doing Brandon, and you just being there, and people gravitate to you.
I don't know if you don't even notice it.
You are a very pretty girl that is nice and outgoing. You are just a fun person to be around. So I believe that. I could see where he would feel.
People do gravitate to you. They're for sure. Immediately they see me and they go, "Oh, where's your wife?" Or "Oh, pretty wife." Like immediately.
Yeah, guaranteed. And when you meet new people, even guys and girls, you have that. But his magnetic personality.
The situation I was talking about, it was more. You're right. It's not. We never really had the exact same situation that was. Like, there's never been like that.
But it's something you could relate to.
We have like straight up talked to him before about the whole time. Like, not like how's your day? It just went right into like, have you seen your wife on my girlfriend or fiance, whatever it was at the time.
Right.
So I just felt it. Felt bad. Sometimes you need to like pay attention to the people that you talk to every day. Maybe like, not just blow them off as someone that you know. Like,
right.
If you're friendly with the significant other, then you should probably
try to
get to know a significant other of the significant other.
It's one of those things where when you're a couple, that's a team.
You're right.
The good.
You're right.
The good one. There's a lot of couples out there. I do my thing. They do their thing. And you can see that. And that works for a lot of people. But the ones like you guys, and probably like them, I've never met him. I don't even know him. But if he associates everything he does with his wife, then she does also.
Well, yeah, they're both bartenders, and I'm sure he gets it a lot, and he said it. I get it all the time.
Right.
Like
it's us, and I bet they feel that way when they do their life or whatever. So it's on. Yeah.
That was just like the one thing that I felt like we had in common. So that was like what I thought we had to talk about.
That's what she said. Yes.
It wasn't us trying to make it seem like, oh, hey, we don't see you as a person.
We were trying to connect through her.
We were trying to connect through her. So that was what we had to talk about. So we were like, oh, hey, how's Ellery? How are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
what'd you guys do this week?
Yeah, like it was more like.
It sounds like a no harm fault.
Yeah.
Like nobody was.
No, it wasn't like he was like, you didn't
do anything wrong.
He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would open up like that normally. Like he usually would just be like storm off and then come back and do his job. Like the fact that that's what. It's going to sound dumb and fruity, but it was so beautiful about the moment. Is like he opened up.
I got you.
Like, really, like he's not drunk. I'm the one that's drunk. You know what I mean? Like, he just was like, vulnerable. I could have been like, ha, 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 fag.
Right.
But it wasn't like that. It was like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
So it was cool. And then some guy accosted him. Cops got called.
I heard about the cops getting called out there.
So We met this other kid at the bar and his brother.
And he was drinking upstairs with us all night.
Yeah, we were hanging out all night.
Ellery was bartending upstairs.
Right.
He did make a comment about Ellery immediately, and I was like, no, shut that down. She's married. And he made that fucking ugly-ass comment about, a ring don't plug a hole. And I looked at him and go, you're fucking way off, bro. Like, I don't know how old you are, but yeah, that's the cutoff line, bro. Like,
Should be.
That you could be like, oh, if you don't have a ring, they don't mean nothing. Like, okay, I get that bullshit, even though it's a little going too far. But like the ring, that's the literal line. Like,
Should be. It's not. It's not. There's plenty of people that don't give a shit about
well,
it.
those people are trash bags. So immediately that should have been my first red flag with this guy.
Right.
But we still hung out with him all night long. He was funny in some situations, and so we close down the bar with this guy. We're all sitting there, and then Laura and I get our cab. We go outside. I'm sitting in the cab. I'm like, how much is it? Drunk out of my mind. He's like, $20. I look at my wallet. I got $100, and I'm like, you can't break 100, can you? He goes, no. I'm like, all right, hold on. So I run back in the bar, and as I'm going back in the bar, shit is getting rowdy, and I open the door, and this kid is now being held against the wall by another guy.
Oh, I thought you said it was Damon that was holding him.
No, Damon was behind the bar yelling. Like, I'm so drunk that I can't recall what was being yelled. But Damon was yelling, probably like, come at me or something like that. And this other guy was also yelling, I'll fucking kill you or blah, 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 blah. And they're both all trying to hold each other. And this guy's like, why are you holding me? Why you holding me? And I'm just like, can I get change for 100? So the girl gave me change. And she's like counting it out as all this fucking ruckus is going on. They're all going back and forth, and I'm like, you ain't got to count it. I believe you. She's like, no, it's okay. And then so, I don't know. I left. We left. I was like, I'm not going to get involved. I don't know this kid. I don't know this kid for, what'd you say? For Adam?
Yeah, you don't know him from Adam.
Which I thought she was talking about you. That's actually a saying, apparently. Did you know that? I didn't know that. So I don't know this kid for fucking
we were in
fucks.
the cab, and I said, well, you don't know him from Adam. And he's like, what do you mean I don't know him from Adam?
I was so confused.
Was that drunk confusion, or you've never heard that statement
Both.
ever?
I've never heard that statement. I literally thought she was talking about you. I'm like, why would I know him through Adam? Like, why would you bring Adam up right now? Very weird. Anyways, I didn't want to fucking get... I'm like, I'm not...
Not my fucking problem.
It's not... Dude, and Damon can hold his own. Trust me. Like,
Right.
he's your kind of... He's probably a little smaller than you, but he's big at the top.
He's a bartender.
He's a big guy at the top.
Guaranteed
I'm not
bartenders
fucking
can
with him.
handle their shit.
I'm not fucking with him. No, I'm not fucking with him. So
Right.
I get it. Like, that guy can hold his own. So I was just like, deuces, peace. It gets better. We show up in the fucking
You tried to
cab.
give him a hug, though. According to all the female bartenders in there, during this altercation, you were, like, trying to give Damon a hug, going, whatever you did, man, it's
See, that's
all
how
good.
drunk I am.
Whatever you did.
There you go. That's what I did. I don't remember that part.
And
I thought I walked
stood
out.
there at the side of the bar, awkwardly,
Wow.
all
Waiting.
makes
I didn't hear this part.
waiting
While they're fighting?
until he came over to you and you were like, you handled it great, man. You handled it great.
Cool. Now I feel embarrassed. This is why Brandon doesn't get drunk.
Well,
I do stupid shit. I do. But cool. I thought I walked right out, and I didn't. Apparently, I just stood there and asked for a hug again.
They told you that you couldn't go behind the bar, and you stood there at the side of the bar and waited awkwardly until he came over to hug you.
Brandon.
That's how drunk I was. I just thought I could just walk behind the bar.
It took a long time for you to come out.
Really?
Yeah.
I was looking for your purse.
No, you weren't.
No, I wasn't. I don't remember that part. Anyways.
So it sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Anyway. Because that's what they said. Because I was like, I'm not sure why he went back in there. And she goes to give Damon a
No,
hug.
I went in there to get change for the 100. I do know that. I do specifically remember her counting 20s out on the corner of the bar. I didn't go, taxi, hold on, I need to give my new boyfriend a hug.
Oh, shit.
But I don't like that. I don't like how all yesterday was the worst day ever.
Well, then
Hungover?
we get home. We get home.
Okay, you're going to tell everybody about this part?
She better for all the stories you tell about her.
Go ahead. We get home.
Did you want Domino's?
We get home.
This is worse.
And this motherfucker's at our house.
Which one?
The one that got into a
The
fight.
one that got in a fight.
The new kid we just met.
He came
The
here?
one that we were drinking with all night.
Jesus.
She's like, who's at our house? This kid comes right.
He
fucking
drove
4 in the morning,
here.
starts yelling out our fucking neighborhood. Laura's like, dude.
Yelling at you?
No, like, I don't know. Like, what's going on, guys?
okay.
We go, shut up. What are you doing here? Who?
I guess
what the
I guess
fuck?
we invited everybody to go swimming at our house.
And drunk Brandon was like giving out our address.
Oh.
This is why Brandon doesn't get drunk.
And the only person that shows up is the guy that's trying to get away from the bar.
Because the cops are on the way.
So he comes here.
We didn't know that. We didn't know about the cop part. So we're all just swimming for like 5-10 minutes, and then we make chicken tenders, and I'm like, dude, we're going to bed. Like,
You got to go.
you could no, I didn't want him driving. He's like, you
Yeah.
can sleep downstairs, man.
Because he was stumbling out of his car.
Oh, he was.
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't have drove here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's young enough to know better than that. Or he was like 27, so he's that age. We
We
haven't
didn't-
figured
we
it out
didn't-
yet. That
we didn't
that was
let
a
him
stupid
drive.
fucking decision.
Right.
But hey, we all make mistakes.
I mean, I'm not going to knock. I mean, I do. That's one of my pet peeves is drinking and driving.
It all started with Brandon's dumbass going, "You want to be on my podcast?"
Yeah.
I got a podcast.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
We did give him ample opportunity to come here and give his side of the story.
I didn't invite him.
You just said, you want to be on my podcast?
Oh yeah, but I didn't like officially say come in this day. Then I met another guy that was on the Kokomo Press, the meat guy. Did you ever listen to that episode where he had the meat?
I have
No. The
a
answer is
little
no.
bit of that
He's
one,
gonna give
but
you a
I
long
didn't get
answer.
through the whole thing.
Well, I met him.
I did
and I was
finally
like,
finish yours.
I know you from somewhere. Oh yeah, you're the meat guy in the press. He's like, yeah, man. Blah, 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 blah.
He said he wants to come on.
Hey, no offense to you, bud, but you cut people off a lot, especially women. If you listen to that episode, he cuts Courtney off constantly. So I don't know, maybe. All right, we already got enough people to cut people off.
We all cut people off.
That's
Other
what I
than
mean. I don't
Laura.
need another person in here cutting people off.
That's all right.
We might. I don't know. He's gonna bring food. I cut people off too. That was a rude thing to say. I'll edit that part out. Not.
I
Go
don't think
Spotify.
you should.
Edit that.
I don't
What?
think you should judge anybody.
You're right. Kokomo Press is a different setup than here.
I finally did listen to your episode, Laura.
Yeah.
First of all, it was very good, very entertaining.
Thank you.
You were funny.
Thank you.
I do not appreciate all the shit that was talked about Jelly Roll. Y'all kiss my ass. I like
Dude,
Jelly Roll.
George's got it out for Jelly Roll.
Hard on bad.
Dude, I don't know what that's
He went-
about.
He went kind of, I wouldn't say all in, but he was 3/4 the way. I'm thinking, taking this as a personal fucking attack here, but
Well, yeah.
I thought we was cool.
Every time I hear it, I think he's attacking you. What's he say? Like they're the Nickelback of.
No, it
I
was
like
even worse.
Nickelback.
He said it was ICP fans that,
White trash ICP fans?
which
Doesn't make any sense. He
Pisses
doesn't
me
sing
off.
songs. ICP's like,
He
what are
was-
magnets?
he was big
How do they
with them
work?
for a while.
Who's what?
He was big with them for a while. He
No way. Jelly Roll was all about
He
that.
didn't tour with them. I don't
Did he
think.
go to the Juggalos?
Yeah, he did the gathering. He talks
Dude,
about that all the
I
time.
thought he was going to say Jelly Roll is big with magnets.
Yo, you ever hear that song from ICP?
Which one?
Yo, what are magnets? Yo, how do they work?
I went through an ICP phase.
So you've heard that song?
Not.
Oh, so you're like a great Malenko phase.
I'm definitely Great Malenko.
Dude, those songs used to scare me
Only
as a kid.
ICP
I love-
song I know is that one where they have that like it's the game show.
The Nedden game.
The one where
It's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Contestant number 1.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
The Nedden game. That's on Great Malenko.
that's
You know
the
many
only
people
one I know.
that I know in Michigan with Fago tattoos? Countless.
What's a Fago tattoo?
Immediately, that's
Yep,
an ICP thing. Not a
For
lot of people
sure.
are getting Fago. Fago is you know what? I drink Fago.
It used to
Oh,
be a,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a Detroit drink. I mean, it's a pop that's made in Detroit.
and it's super, super cheap.
That's why I like it because it
A
brings
pop.
back memories. What?
A pop,
It's a sody pop.
a soda.
It's a sody. That's what my grandma used to say. You want a sody?
I say soda.
I say pop.
I say Coke, soda, pop, whatever. All. Give me one of them.
It
They're
was a Faygo.
carbonated drinks,
It was
please.
a Fago. I
BJ
used to
Paul
love
Small
Fago.
Coke.
love
They used to
Faygo.
spray Fago at their concerts. Like, who wants to get that sticky, bro? They'll be spraying
I'm
that shit on
willing to
me.
bet that's not the only sticky substances that were taking place.
Dude, can we do a podcast at the Gathering of the Juggalos?
I was set to go to not the Gathering,
Terrifying.
Or his face.
not the Gathering, because they do a show here in Indiana, and then on Halloween they do a big show in Detroit.
Dude, Gathering's like around here. All the time. It's like in Indiana or Ohio.
But it wasn't. I think all their concerts they call the Gathering of the Juggalos, but then
No,
they have
incorrect.
a big one, right? Then they
Incorrect.
have the big one.
I don't think all their I know the Gathering, called the Gathering. Yeah, it's like the big one, and it's like in some private property in Indiana,
Is it?
so they can't get the cops called on them.
Okay, I
It's
believe
like a huge private. What are you doing?
It's scary.
ICP is
Like the Gathering is.
the Gathering of the Juggalos. It's
Yeah.
their
They're
their
terrifying
Woodstock.
people.
They're just people.
They're
just people.
They dress up
Yo.
like clowns, like killer clowns.
You know that show we used to watch with that guy, the one star guy from Vice,
No.
the Indian guy that he gets he goes to those 1-star places and does the reviews all the time. You don't remember that show? 1 star. Okay, well he does a Juggalo one. We'll watch it tonight. You'll get the feel of it, and then we'll go.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're going.
No, I'm not.
We're gonna book. We're gonna book
I
it.
will not
The thing,
go.
the thing about
Like
like
you book a podcast, you won't
Yeah, I
go.
won't
You won't go?
I won't go to a
Wow.
gathering.
why
I guess we'll never
Because
be
I'm
famous.
scared of clowns and people
they're
that
not
dress up like
really
scary clowns.
though.
Dude, this
They're
mic
juggalos.
stands like always
Because
in
they're
the
gonna
way.
walk around like this.
Any concert you go to, you got people walking around like that. I don't care.
Yeah, but if they dress up like a clown, that's terrifying.
We were gonna go to one. We was gonna like. It was crazy. Anyway,
Why didn't you?
ended up raining. Like me and a buddy from work years ago. It was started off as a joke. We should go, and then we were gonna dress up. We was gonna do the whole thing.
You're gonna paint your face?
Oh yeah, it was gonna be funny.
Oh wow.
Because where we worked, if we come in with makeup on, because we worked midnights, we were gonna go to the show, and then come back to work. It was gonna be rough, but we didn't because it rained out, and then we gathered our thoughts and thought, man, do we really want to be part of that?
I want to be part of the gathering, dude. Laura doesn't understand how much I want it.
I would do it.
You want to paint your face?
No, you don't have to paint your face. You could just go
What's the point of going if you're not
to
gonna
see
do
the
it?
people.
To watch the crowd.
Till people watch.
I bet that would be an insane time.
And they're going to be terrifying towards you if you
I'm gonna be nice.
dressed up like that.
That's not true. What?
That's
You're
not
not
true.
the same. There's a lot of people who don't paint their face.
I think you are profiling. Just
I
saying.
do think you profiling. I mean, usually people think I'm the racist one on the show.
Well, I'm racist towards clowns.
Kinda. I mean,
Hey,
they're
clowns are people too. You beat me by that fucking much, bro.
It's in the LGBTQC. Clowns. It's on the end, right? Shit.
That was so fucking stupid. I loved it.
Laura doesn't find it amusing.
That was. Why are you looking at me with disdain? He said it.
You think it's funny?
For some reason, I don't know why. It just tickled me a little bit. Yes, I thought it was funny. He goes, LGBTC. I don't know.
I said T. Can't forget about the trannies.
Sorry, I'm coughing. God.
You're not allowed to say trannies. Did you know that?
Why?
It's a forward moving device. It's a non-directional forward moving device now.
You're not allowed to say
You
anything.
can't say trannies.
I am working on the best racist
Or a
joke
gear.
ever. I need to get.
Selector, a non.
Well, I don't understand what you're saying.
What's the
I
word
got
for
seriously.
trans?
I've thought about this. I've got to get my, which isn't many, I know, so you can make the jokes. My few core black friends, because I want to make sure it's a joke that came through my head. It's a little bit.
Let's go ahead and put it out in the air.
I can't until I get it okay.
Are you saying the N-word?
I'm not going. I can neither confirm nor deny
Oh,
anything. I've got to
you're
talk
not
to my
allowed.
friends. I got to find out if it works.
No, you're not allowed to say the
You're not allowed to
N-word.
say-
Yeah, I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want. I choose not to because I don't want to hear bullshit. There's a lot of words that I don't use. Not because I can't say them.
Name one.
There's a lot. Just throw it out there. There's a lot of words I choose not to use.
Yeah, like what?
I can't.
Like, why?
I can't say it. I don't want to get.
I don't believe it. I mean, can't tell me.
Yeah.
I need a list right now. Give me the list.
Yeah.
Nope.
Write it down on a piece of paper, and I'll show it to the camera. Look at the list.
But
She said,
write it down.
Door number 1. I say S word, the K word.
K word.
Yeah,
Klondike bar.
that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
What would you do?
To fly a kite.
Oh.
You thought I was saying something else.
Yeah. Oh, so we're doing this. We're actually going to do this on the Taking It Too Far. Okay. Let's.
No, I don't want to. I just got.
You just did. What are you talking about?
Why? Because I want to fly kites. I'm Benjamin Franklin.
I am uncomfortable.
Okay, so we can talk about midgets. We can talk about your small penis. But I start talking about kites, and you get very uncomfortable.
There's certain words.
Why? Because they run the world.
Full sitting on this, right?
No, I'm just.
You're not gonna slow down.
Dude, there's
with
kites everywhere. What do you mean? Like
With
looking at
every-
us, watching us, everywhere.
every single opportunity to stop this train of thought. You're just gonna keep on barreling down these tracks.
I don't see anything wrong with kites.
Okay.
Do you?
Don't answer that. He's setting you the fuck up. Do not answer that.
I'm not setting anybody up. He's being a weirdo.
I'm trying to help you out, sis.
I like Spider-Man ones. I like the dragon-looking ones. Spider-Man ones are my favorite. Got the little webs on them and stuff.
Anywho.
You ever fly one? When's the last time you flew a kite? Honestly.
Okay, so I went out and bought the kids all a set, and we went out to the ballpark. I mean, it's been a few years ago. They were all cheap. You know, you couldn't get the really nice one.
What's a nice kite?
Well, it's made out of a better fabric. It's,
Oh, I got you. Not like the cheap ones you get like
like
Target or whatever.
the super thin, damn near shower curtain plastic stuff.
You think they made them better in the 90s? Because that's all I remember ever getting is like the cheap ones, and those bitches got high. I'm like, wow, well, that's high.
Well, I mean, they still work. They just, if you buy, there's a difference between cheap and fucking cheap.
You ever fly a kite?
Where I grew up in Pennsylvania, we lived in front of a column bank, and my dad always had us fly kites up there on top of the hill, and the wind would just take them, and we would fly kites for hours and hours. Well, it seemed like hours and hours. I was real little, so it could have been like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. Who knows? Who knows? But I remember flying kites forever up there with him.
The first time I ever did it was with my kids. I never did it as a kid.
Aw.
Never.
You want to cry about it?
No, I mean, I experienced it. I was just
We could. We can hang out. We can cry.
I don't need to cry. I appreciate the offer. I will if I need to.
BJ should fly a kite.
That's what I was just
We
thinking.
should
We
take him
should
to fly a kite.
have him fly
He should
kites.
also learn to ride a bike.
Yeah, we're working on that.
How, does he not?
He won't. He doesn't want to. But I feel
Some
like
kids
he
do,
needs
some kids
to.
don't.
Why? If he doesn't want to, like, why do we make him?
If it's not his
We
thing.
don't want to make him, but I feel like we should like get a bike and like have it available to him to
Does he not have a bike at
encourage
all?
him to like
He does. It's
do
the training
that.
wheels kind of suck on it.
What do you mean, sucker?
They don't fit right. So it's like
Well, I got you.
I got the wrong training wheels or something.
Did you buy them to put on it?
I need to buy a bike with training wheels.
I did, and my son had those fuckers taken off way too early. Then my daughter followed right behind him. Both of my kids were riding without training wheels before kindergarten. And I remember clearly being older than that. How old were you when you took your training wheels off?
I haven't yet.
My buddy never had training wheels. His dad didn't put training wheels on his bike. He said, you'll figure out how to ride it, or you won't.
You've never taken your training wheels off?
No. You mean bikes aren't usually like that?
No.
You're so-
My mountain bike even had them on there. Big old ones. I know.
so dumb.
Call it my four-wheeler. Those aren't training wheels. Those are 2 extra tractions. You just don't get it, man. They don't put it on there for
help-
training.
they
They
help-
put it on there for, like,
Weight,
The game.
weight distribution on my jumps.
dude, we had this jump behind the house. It was behind his school. I remember jumping. I swear I got like 15 feet up the air. In like reality, it was like this much.
Right.
But My mind? We were soaring.
At Roosevelt Ballpark, they used to have
Oh my gosh!
they had a big hill in the back. It's gone now, but we used to lay down and our buddies would jump over us and shit there.
That's terrifying. The kids I hung out with would definitely barrel right into you.
I go home at least 2 times a week during the summer, and I see 2x4s and
Two bodies in that hole.
stacked up in my alley where my son is just
Making ramps, that's just a thing boys do.
all the time.
You got to make a ramp.
Yeah.
And again, the 2 inches of air feel like 15 feet.
I had a bad dad experience. My sister just sent me a picture from a year ago memory. We may have been having a few drinks on the front porch, me and my neighbor, and my sister came over, and then my neighbor, he's friends with a buddy of mine. When they come over, and my son's out wanting to jump a ramp, and I keep telling him, Bud, will you please not do stupid shit? I don't want to go to the hospital today. But I had my guy buddy friends over there, and we had a couple beers in us, and so stupid dad came out. I'm like, well, if you're gonna fucking do it, do it. So you got to ride into it. You can't just ride up to it, stop pedaling. You got to pedal all the way through, and we're giving him, fucking send it if you're gonna. And he ate shit. He wrecked so bad.
Oh,
and
man.
then real dad came back real quick. I was like, oh no. Oh. So I walked over to him, and he got up. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Then I seen him over in the corner, kind of holding his side. Made him do it again, and then he landed it, and he was fine. Oh yeah, if my kid wrecks, he's got to get up and do it. He's got to get back on it before he puts it up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, if he was ever hurt, but if you just eat shit, yeah, you got to get back up, and you're not allowed to quit.
Yeah.
You got to.
That's a good lesson.
He doesn't even ask now. I mean, he gets up and he'll go back around the block, and then he come in and say, I'm done. I got back on the bike. I'm fine. I'll ride it again, but I'm done right now. This shit hurts. All right, buddy, go sit down. he didn't say shit.
Did you have a 4-wheel?
Huh?
Did you have a 4-wheel? Quad?
He has a dirt bike. I didn't get him a 4-wheeler.
No, you. I'm not asking about your son.
Not much. A little bit here and there. We didn't have that stuff. I was not
Now I got high doing that.
4-wheeling.
Figuratively and.
That's always a good idea. Get all fucked up and go ride something that can kill you.
Dude, I remember racing 4-wheelers, and I remember practicing out at Arvin's, and one time I took this fucking double, and I missed. I didn't accelerate fast enough, obviously, and my rear tires hit the second part of the double, and my ass goes whoop, flips over the front, falls down, and the 4-wheeler just runs over me. I just sat there for a minute, like, dude, how am I not dead right now?
Yeah,
like, and who's gonna ever find me if I am? Because I'm just back here in a fucking
Right.
valley,
Right?
You know where we took? I don't know. You probably won't remember, but where we took those pictures, there's a big drop down those back there.
Yeah.
That was where the track was, in between trees of trees.
Right?
I don't know how I'm not dead.
That's crazy.
There's so many times where I like fell off that 4-wheeler or like crashed and like I just got right back up. I remember one time going like full speed on a fucking cornfield and us being stupid and like you know putting both sides of our feet on one side and just literally just letting go.
Yeah.
Me and Martino used to do that. Just tumbling. The 4-wheeler just going on its own fucking way. Stupidity, man. Kids do stupid shit in the country.
Yes, they do.
So let them play video games because I don't want them out there doing what I was doing.
Really, though?
Kind of, dude, because like kids die.
Yeah, they did when we were young, too.
I know, man. They break your necks and shit.
Yeah, but there's just...
If we end up living out in the country, yeah, we'll get them a 4-wheeler and shit. But like,
That was a debate. We decided...
get them one now.
I was trying to decide 4-wheeler or dirt bike.
Ooh, dirt bikes are scary.
My thought behind it was... I never had that. The only time I ever rode anything like that was at a buddy's house.
When you rode your buddy?
Yeah, that's right. When I was riding my buddy. And they had those things.
Did you get
so
that
their
lower? Or
parents
was it
weren't
gauge up?
like super worried about it. They just let them go out in the backyard and play. So I wanted to teach my kid how to ride the one that you need the most control. I mean, you can get hurt on a bicycle, but in my thought was if I get him a 4-wheeler, we may have already told this story, but if I get him a 4-wheeler, he's going to go and learn how to ride that, and all's well. Then he goes to a buddy's house that has a dirt bike. He's going to jump on that dirt bike and take off. and probably break his fucking neck because I'm not there. But if I teach him how to ride a dirt bike and you jump from a dirt bike to a four-wheeler, yeah, you can still get hurt, but at least it's more stability on the ground. And I don't know. I just thought I would rather him learn the dangerous one with me. And then that way, when he's out and about doing shit behind my back, hopefully he'd be a little safer.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to work out because now my kid's crazy and he does stupid shit all the fucking time.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I never had either one at my house growing up, but I always went out on four-wheelers. Like,
Yeah, you got hurt.
Yeah.
yeah. But that's because I wasn't wearing a helmet and we were drinking and we were going too fast and it was nighttime. Like, we were doing everything you weren't supposed to be doing. So, like, I have experience to be able to tell my child, learn from my mistakes. So, please don't do the same dumb shit that I did.
Right.
I feel like I always had a helmet.
I make my son wear a helmet.
I had chest protector, and I mean, I was full on race gear, so that's probably why I was okay when that four-wheeler
Yeah.
ran over me.
Yeah, I never wore anything but flip-flops. I would wear outfits like
hell
this
no.
and flip-flops. Sometimes I wouldn't wear any shoes. I
don't ever
I went
never
out
let
with
Jillian do
nothing.
that. Yeah, they would never let Jillian get on the four-wheeler with no fucking flip-flops or shit.
Yeah,
Like, hell no.
Even the
No,
motorcycle, I make
would-
the kids wear tennis shoes or boots and pants. Middle of the summer, hot as can be, and dress for the slide, not the ride.
I
type
get on
deal.
the back of I would get on the back of my dad's bike and flip-flops and shorts. I would nothing. No.
Fuck,
never.
I always had jeans on no matter how hot it was.
Yeah, I don't like. I've had friends that'll jump on the back. I gave a friend a ride home one time, and all she had was a bathing suit. I mean, I picked her up from a party and took her home. And man, I was like, "Do you have anything other? You know?"
Did you ever burn your leg on the side of a fucking motor? Yeah,
My sister
apparently.
had.
Got
Yeah,
one
me too.
right there, bud.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, that's the worst spot
Maria
to burn,
did.
too. Yeah, see, that's why I said pants. Put the pants on, man.
And those take
You
decades
gotta know
to
which
go
side
away.
of the bike to get off of.
Doesn't whatever
On
side.
a four-wheeler, don't matter. You fucking right there.
I
You get too close no matter what. It's your game over, baby.
I call them Harley kisses.
I never burnt my leg on a four-wheeler.
Well, you're just a lucky. Yeah, you just broke your head wide open. I'll take a burn over what you
Have
got
you burnt
any
yourself
day.
on a motorcycle though?
No.
Really? It is instantaneous. There's
My
very
sister has.
Well, it's like
there's very
700 degrees.
very few things in your life that you will instantly recognize. Ouch! That
You will
fast.
literally brand yourself with your fucking muffler.
Yeah, I might as well fucking outline it with ink.
Maria, the one you met, she did. She burned herself real bad on my dad's Harley. Yeah. It was really bad.
It just takes
She's that same thing happened to her, the same place. Yeah, it was really bad. But I learned my lesson, and I'll tell my kid from experience. But there's things that like I want him to experience. Like I want him to go and experience being on a four-wheeler and being in the woods. Like I want him
for sure.
to definitely experience that life because that's where I felt connected.
Yeah.
I felt
Connected with what?
My inner peace,
I completely
the
agree.
world,
Yeah, me too. I felt good on a four-wheeler.
space.
I got nervous getting Hunter that
love.
four-wheeler.
I don't know how
Or-
to explain it.
Oh, I
Just
feel that way on
connected.
mushrooms.
Like when you're out in the middle of the woods and
Yeah,
you
keep talking,
are
girl.
out there, you just have that sense of, I don't know, calmness. I just feel like such breath. It's just a better way of life.
So when people allegedly do mushrooms, meaning me, allegedly, I like to just be on the ground, touch
What
the
does
ground,
that have to do?
touching,
being
being like
in
close,
nature?
yeah,
I
like
just
close,
love to be in the woods.
yeah, like
I love
close to
be
the
in
world
woods.
or whatever.
I love
Like
to
you just feel like
when to go through the woods on a four-wheeler. I love that feeling of and not going like super fast or anything, but just going
like
through the
trailing.
woods, traveling. Like I
Yeah.
love that.
I like just sit. I mean, I like to hunt. I'm a hunter. I used to be. I don't get to anymore. But sitting out in the woods just by yourself, quiet, listening. I mean, nothing more peaceful than just chilling out in nature.
we should take a trip up like a Haspen Acres or something, get some four-wheelers, go up to Haspen and just go through the trails.
And I never drove, so that was a big thing too.
Oh, well, you can always get in the back with me, baby.
Yeah, that's nice.
She lit right up. You see that?
Wow, that's puke. That was beautiful.
I just love when you
You
light
were
right
cute.
up. It's the light of my world. We took a bunch of good photos
Nice.
on our drunken night. That almost made it worth it.
The
It
bill.
was like a $400 photo shoot. No, it wasn't that much. That'd be insane. He used $400 on liquor.
I bet people do it.
Buying everybody drinks.
Yeah.
We didn't buy anybody drinks. I
You
went through
stole
that.
a shot.
I went through what?
You stole a shot.
I didn't steal it. I gave it to that guy. I was like, I don't want it. Or did I take it?
You took it.
It was gross. They gave it to me.
Wait, whoa, stop. I didn't
They
take
gave
it.
it to
I gave
me.
it to him. Did I take it? Oh, yeah, it was fucking nasty.
There's a few drinks I drank that night were gross. But I powered through and drank them anyways. Because I was
Manned
like,
up.
I'm getting drunk. Hey. I got this gin drink that I thought would be delicious. It tasted like tarnish.
Yep.
Tarnish.
Botanical tarnish.
Perfume.
You pretty much. I was just drinking on fucking Chanel No. 5 the
You
whole
guys
time.
ever just go out and drink at like a bonfire and just chill?
Well, no, you've never invited us to a bonfire.
We don't know people like that. We go to the
We
coterie.
only know you, so
I will work something out.
Okay.
I
You
have to
Batman.
I'll get it.
Why don't you allegedly come over my house and do the allegedly at my dad's? We'll have a bonfire and we'll do the allegedly.
Don't tempt me.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Don't tempt me.
Allegedly.
I'm fragile.
You know what's alleged about it? Oh, it's a legend. That's what it is. I don't actually know what allegedly means. It's just kind of fun to say. It means like
say it all the time.
means like it could or couldn't have happened.
Means that's the accusation. There's no proof yet, but that's the.
So what can I say where it could leave it into the either I did or I didn't? You don't know. It's a Schrodinger's cat kind of thing.
Yes.
You ever heard of that?
Yes.
Where you put a cat in a radio.
No. Hit the button. See if she knows.
Do you know this?
yeah.
Oh, she does. Never mind.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
It's time to ask Laura something.
Test
She is a
time.
blonde, beautiful butterfly.
Explain to me Schrodinger's cat, Laura.
Oh, look at the camera.
It's when you put a cat in a box
Check.
and you don't know if it's dead or alive.
You put something else in that box as well, but yeah, you're on to the right point.
The idea is until you open it up, you don't know what's going on.
You passed the test with flying colors.
That was actually a great answer.
I'd give you like a B plus.
Solid B plus. Like,
Solid B plus.
solid B+.
Because you forgot the whole radioactive element they put in with the cat.
What?
Yeah. That's the whole thing is they put a piece of radioactive material in there with the cat, and now you don't know if the cat is dead or alive until you open the box. The cat is neither dead nor alive. The cat is neither anything. It's in the box.
What's in the box?
I didn't know anything about a radioactive element.
Yeah, do you know about that?
I did not either, actually.
Yeah, it's like radioactive element or something.
I just assumed because you bring it up at least once a show. Not really. But you bring
What,
it up.
Schrodinger's cat?
Yeah, you bring it up a
I
lot.
love that concept. Like, you just don't know.
I agree.
Speaking of
I
not
don't
knowing.
get it. The radioactive element would kill the cat.
For
so
sure.
then-
No,
The
not,
idea
no, you
is-
don't know if you have no idea
No.
if it killed the cat or not.
I think the idea is knowing, even if you took that out and you left the cat in the box for 2 weeks, logic says it's dead. But until you open it to find out, you don't know. Regardless of what could cause the death, even if it's just no food and water for 2 weeks, or
Yeah, in Schrodinger's imaginary experiment, you place a cat in a box with a tiny bit of radioactive substance. When the radioactive substance decays, it triggers a Geiger counter, which causes a poison or explosion to be released that kills the cat.
but until you open the box to see that the cat is dead, you don't know when it happened, how it happened. You don't know.
Yeah, you won't know if the cat is dead or alive until you open the box. So until you open the box and observe the cat is simultaneously dead and alive. Boom!
Knowledge.
Fuck does that mean?
We're learning shit here.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, our son thinks that every time his mind is blown, he gets multi brains. Like he gets
He gets wrinkles in his brain.
no, he gets multi brains. Like his mind gets blown, so he gets like a million more brains.
Sick.
In a theory, I mean that's actually kind of a cute, very naive way to look at it. But when something does completely change your perspective, your brain thinks differently at least. So opens the world of possibilities.
He's
So
like,
that's a
so
cool
how
idea.
many times has your mind been blown, Mom? I'm like, so many times. I don't even know. He's like, so you've got like 1 trillion brains in there. I'm like, yeah, probably.
That's it. That is a very cute way to look at life.
He's such a cool kid. He did ask us what church was today, though, and I was like, that's wild. Like,
told
whoa,
him it was
you're
Jesus'
6
house.
years old, you don't know what church is? Damn, Dad.
Fail.
Not
No.
really. I don't believe in them, so.
You don't believe in churches?
Yeah, I don't like churches. I believe in
I got you.
religious, but, you know.
He knows who God is.
Spiritual, not
Yeah,
religious.
Yeah.
I got
Well,
you.
no, I'm my own kind of religious. I just not like the church. I'm at that point. I'm not to get religious here, but like, there's a part in the Bible where it talks about like Jesus coming into the temple and flipping all the fucking things. I think that's about where we're at right now.
In life,
Yeah.
it needs to happen.
I'm pretty sure somebody needs to come down and flip their fucking tables
For
because
sure.
this shit's getting real weird.
For
when I
sure.
drive by and see these multi-million-dollar churches, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going
And then
on,
in the
dude?
same town, we have tent cities.
Yeah, exactly.
We shouldn't get into this on this
No,
show.
we're not.
but
That
we
was it.
can
Yeah, but
if you want
we
to.
don't need to. That's just where. So I just thought it was funny that he's just like, I don't know what church is. It's like, yeah, it's I'll leave that up to you one day.
Yep. And you
It's
have
not
to.
something you're gonna learn from me, bud.
You have to allow them to pursue that if they want to.
Oh,
'cause
for
they
sure.
will.
I'm not going to
told
be
him-
against
But you
it.
also- yeah.
If he gets older and he gets to like a high school age or whatever, and he meets somebody and is like, I want to go to church, I'd be like, do it, bro. I mean, I did it. Like, do
I
it.
did too.
Learn your own way.
Yeah.
Learn your own way.
For sure.
I told him that's where some people go to worship God. And I told him that's where some people think that's where Jesus lives.
I don't agree.
And
I used to. I don't anymore.
that is what a church is.
That's the idea.
That's their definition.
Yeah. And that's a great way to explain it to a little kid.
For sure, yeah, because you can't tell them that there's humans involved and they fuck everything up. So
That is what a church is. And that's all a 6-year-old needs to know.
you're right, and you were spot on. And that's why I didn't argue one bit. I didn't say a word. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I didn't say my
It
beliefs
is.
to
It
him.
is
I was
cute
just-
that he's at. I mean, it's very uplifting that he's asking.
Well, he asked because Brandon said, oh, church is getting out. That's why the gas tanks are full.
yeah. Well, everybody was getting gas. I was like, why is everybody getting gas right now? And I was like, oh, yeah, church just let out.
Yep.
BJ said, what's church?
Bro, I remember waking up.
We've
like-
never been there.
Yeah, you probably went through the same thing. You're Catholic. You grew up Catholic, so
Yeah.
I remember just waking up at the butt crack of dawn on Sundays, go to this service. It's just the most boring.
We never
As a
had to
kid.
wake up super early.
When I was younger, I enjoyed going because I mean, we went to the youth group.
Did you go to Main Street?
No, I went to Methodist there.
Right next to Main Street? Like,
Yeah, pretty close.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
one
we
right
went to
behind the
Main
depot.
Street when we moved here, but I remember going to, and that's what this is the last thing I'll talk about, like churches, how they've changed. Like, we went Lutheran, you can imagine those kind of services. We moved to Indiana. We're trying to like find our church. My mom didn't really want to do Lutheran again. So we went to that, what was it called? Oak Brook. You ever heard about that? The Owl Church?
Yeah.
We walked in and we're like in church clothes, and everybody's like in what we're wearing right now. And then it's just a concert. My mom's like, what the fuck? This isn't church. This is a concert. Everybody's just singing and shit.
I never, like, my biggest thing that I didn't like about church was that usually we weren't allowed to stay out on Saturday nights. Because, like, Sunday we
There's
had.
Laura. It's impending. I can't drink more.
Right. I don't know.
No, like, as a little kid, like, I couldn't go to sleepovers and stuff.
Oh, never?
Not-
Like you had to go to church
Did you
every
ever?
week?
Did you
Yeah.
ever go?
No
I had to
matter
go
what.
to CCD and stuff. Like, we had
As catechism
CCD
class or
on,
whatever?
on Sunday at like 10 o'clock, and then we'd go to church at 11:15.
Oh, shit, you go to
So-
church late.
It was like an
like a
all
whole day,
thing.
yeah.
And then after
was
church,
ours.
we'd go to my grandma's for
Really?
dinner at Sunday. So it was like all day long. We had family stuff on Sunday, and so like I could never do anything Saturday night or Sunday, and so like my whole weekend was like
Church.
If I wanted to do something, it had to be like a Friday night. And then once my little sister and brother were born, I couldn't do anything because I was babysitting, and then it was family
Right.
and Sunday, and I was like,
I like mine. I mean, it's just, I'd rather not go. Yeah, whatever. We
No, I don't. I don't go anymore.
I just don't want to see those people. I don't believe any of them want to be there.
I had some experiences that led me away from.
Maybe like 25% of them actually want to be there. The rest of them are like, look at me. I'm here.
I want to
See me put money in the offering basket? See me?
I want to go. I want to give BJ.
You
some
got more
kind of
welcome
a-
to.
I want to go with you. I want to make it like a family thing because I don't want to take.
You want to
time
start
away
our own
from us
church?
on Sundays.
Church of Brandon?
Jesus.
Not Church of Brandon because that's blasphemy. Like, we'll just call it Brandon's Church.
Brandon's church.
We'll just all hang out and talk about biblical shit. I watched this whole YouTube video about like the lost books of the Bible, or like not the lost books. So I didn't understand. We're not talking about religion, are we? Is this religion?
There's no way I can respond to it without getting into a religious debate.
Do you know that there's like this is like I didn't know that the 1500s was the last time they like all got together to decide what's. There's a lot of books.
There's a lot of books, and they
A
changed.
lot of books. Like one about like
The Holy Bible was a library.
Yeah, but there's one little book, Gospel of Something, that literally just wants to focus on how Virgin Mary was a virgin, like how virgin she was virgin.
Right.
Like there's like so many stories about no, they checked her out. No, she's straight up, she was a virgin. Like no, they checked her out. You don't get it. It's like whoa, we don't really need that in the Bible, do we?
There's a lot of stuff that they decide that they pick and choose what went in there.
The guy how he broke him down was like we called him fan fiction. Some of them. I was like fan fiction in the Bible. It sounds fun. I want to hear. But it was like an hour and a half. I only listened to 20 minutes of it. I got the gist. I get it. There's shit that they decided they didn't want in it.
Right.
Fan fiction in the Bible.
Isn't that interesting? Because I've heard like stories like there's like Jesus flying around with dragons and shit, and that must be what he was talking about. Like the fan fiction.
Well, it's more.
Obviously, he's not flying around with dragons and swords and stuff.
It's crazy.
Fun times.
Yeah.
You imagine living back then, though?
No.
Horrible. Horrible.
It would not-
People drunk all the time.
On.
No, just you think.
People are drunk all the time now.
No, but more. Like 90% of the people are drunk because you got to think like the water supply wasn't like purified.
Yeah, mead is the
Yeah, that's all they drank.
Water.
That's because it was.
Yeah, they were all just buzzed all the time.
It was cleaner than the water around.
No wonder people just. I don't
Wasn't
know.
that was that way? That's why in like France and Germany and all that, it's still that way. I mean,
They're all just drunk all the time.
Well,
They don't know how to purify water yet.
well, no, no, I'm not saying
Fucking
that.
haven't figured it out. Ha,
But
fuckers.
in olden time, mead and beer, as it changed, wine was a processed drink versus just drinking out of a creek when you can watch the deer take a shit in it 100 yards from you or whatnot. So this
I
was
like water
this
and
was the
deer
idea
shit.
of clean drinking. It was
Yeah, it was
healthy.
alcohol. Yeah, like fermented.
Right.
Again, imagine living back then, just drunk all the time.
And the weird drunk too, like the
sweaty?
like the toilet bowl wine.
Yeah, you're wearing a burlap sack too. It's like you're not wearing clothing. You're wearing a fucking potato.
Ugh.
Your smell. There's no shower, running
I
water.
think, I think about that stuff when I like to watch westerns, and there's always whorehouses in westerns and shit. I cannot good. Then
The smells in that fucking
you
place.
could not imagine.
You could smell a whorehouse from a mile
But
away.
you'd probably be used to it back then.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
stunk, right?
everything smelled. Ew, gross.
Just the idea of, oh yeah, it's time for my weekly dickin', and then you walk into just Betty's
Your
fucking number
weekly
7.
dickin'.
You remember do you remember? You remember how you just didn't have refrigerated meat? You had to slaughter the goat in the kitchen? Remember those times?
Yeah, I remember.
Exactly. Dude, you're just walking in and your husband's just cutting the fucking head of the goat off. No, I'm just cutting out the meat, honey.
Hell, normally she was doing it. Like he was be out hunting or whatever. She'd be coming home killing the chickens and whatnot.
What do you think they did? Yeah, you think there were like villages where they're just like hunting and shit? Or do you think it was like society, like where they had jobs where the guy went to go check into the coal mines? Back then. We're talking
Jobs are
what year are we even talking?
jobs are a more recent. I mean, there's people that have had professions throughout life or throughout history.
Yeah, professions.
But like back in the day, your job was to you had your farm that you took care of, and that's how
Yeah,
you
it wasn't
fed
materialistic as it is now.
Right, it
Everybody
was-
wants the new blender.
And then when you
instead
needed if you had bad crops this year, but your hogs, you had an extra litter, you did the barter.
You got to get the bacon.
Yeah, you traded, and that was. Then you
Everybody
had
just living Amish. Everybody's living in Everybody
Pretty-
back then is just like a little less than what Amish people were living.
But I mean, they still had people that were tailors, and or you know, shopkeepers and actual professions, you know, barbers
Yeah,
and shit. But
yeah.
that was usually a family passed on tradition, or they grabbed the weird kid and he became like an apprentice style and he learned a trade.
I get that. So why do Amish people live like that?
That's a religious belief, right?
I know they just believe that we're just stuck in that world.
That's
What's the idea
it's
is
a
what I'm getting
choice.
at.
They choose that the world is
Evil?
Not
Satan.
the world, the
Yeah.
technology.
Not the world. No, it's the world. It's everything outside of their belief this is worldly, which is the temptation and all. And you need to stay focused on.
Is there European Amishes?
I'm not.
Or is that just an American thing?
I'm not. No.
Pennsylvania Amish.
Well, that's
believe
it's
in
a Pennsylvania Dutch.
Technology is evil.
I think Amish is primarily
American thing?
Don't quote me. I am not. This is not scientific.
We'll
I'm
look
pretty
into
sure.
that later. Well, we're getting deep, guys.
Yeah, we're talking about some shit.
That's why I asked my dad. I was like, I remember when I was little, I asked him, why don't they have cars and stuff? And he said, because they believe technology is evil.
They
Yeah.
believe the world, like worldly views in general. Like your
think they
outfit
vote?
is worldly.
You think they're Trump fans?
I don't. I don't know.
Do you have to get driver's license for those fucking horses?
There's a battle with states on what they can and can't make them do.
That's probably why I live in Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania doesn't give no fucks. They're
Well,
just like, run it.
A lot of people don't have social security numbers because they weren't born in a hospital.
Yo, I just worked at a place where a bunch of people don't have social security numbers, apparently.
So like when they break
was-
off from the Amish, and it's a
Yeah.
pain in the ass for them to get a driver's license and a birth certificate and all that stuff.
I can't tell you where I was just working, but it was so fucking hot in this warehouse. And this dude comes up to me and we're just chatting. And he's like, yeah, it's hot here. It's American sweatshop. I'm like, yeah, I've been in a lot of warehouses. It's pretty hot. He goes, yeah, look around you. It's because everybody in here is illegal. I was like, they can't say anything.
They're not going to pitch.
I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, no one has papers here, dude. I was like, what? One call, this place gets shut the fuck down, bro. It's wild.
So bad.
It was I've been doing this for like 9 years, and I've been in some questionable places, but I've never had someone like just come out
and just say it.
like a high level person too. This wasn't just like a floor worker. This was like a fucking manager. Oh yeah, they can't. They're just no AC because they can't complain.
Allegedly.
No,
No,
this
that's
is
not-
straight up what that guy said. I'm not going to tell you where I was working, but it is straight up what that dude said. There was no allegedly. It said these people don't have papers, sir. These people can't complain because they're fucked. They're lucky to be working here. And they were like sorting shit. Is all it was just sorting. It was like go sort here to take it to sort here. I'm going to sort this for you to sort this, and you sort it. Where it ends up, I don't know. Another sorter. It's fucking weird. It's the weirdest fucking operation I've ever seen. And hot. Chrysler's probably pretty hot, though.
I've heard it is. I've never been.
Depending on what plant. It's hard to cool down a warehouse. I mean, you can't. No warehouses are running like 72 degrees. I mean, it's always like 75, 80 in there, but.
Well, it
Got the
depends
yawn?
No.
You like inside yawn there. That was
Yeah.
cool. It was like
on- Tried to hide it.
mouth barely opening. Are you slowing down?
Are you?
You haven't said a word in 20 minutes.
Somebody interrupted her nap.
Yeah, you. It's like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, babe, we gotta wake up. She's like, God, you did a 20-minute nap.
Meanwhile,
2 minutes later.
I have the text. He said, "What time are you going to be there? 5-ish." I'm
Your
all
head's
there.
glistening.
Yeah, I'm sweating. I'm hot. I just got off work.
We just need to figure out this AC thing, man.
I don't think anybody would care if the AC was on.
I do. I care when I listen. I mean, it's not. I mean, yeah.
Other than you.
Well, I don't know. No one say anything, so.
So
I guess I'll compare this episode with the other episode and see.
our guy is killing it, making shit up.
Yeah, another AI video came out. I like that one though.
I liked mine.
Stop.
Straight from the underground.
I liked mine, but it is creepy thinking, man, they can make you say whatever the fuck they want you to say.
Well, don't put that thought in his mind.
Oh, he already did it.
There's always a reason though.
It was funny.
I mean,
Yours was pretty funny.
I did forget to record half a fucking episode. Oops.
It means he's listening and he's paying attention.
No, I emailed him.
Oh, did you?
You're going to see only half of an episode. He emailed back and says, yeah, I listened. Would have been really good to have the video in the get-go because you did some funny things. I was like, yeah, tell me about it. I was very animated during those stories.
He's going to get you next.
No.
He's going to. He's got to.
She doesn't say enough.
Yes, she does.
We're going to get you a sweat towel.
I'm dying over here. It's fucking
We're
hot.
almost done.
What do you mean I don't say enough, Brandon?
Oh, I'm just fucking with you. That's been a running theme for 61 episodes.
You don't let me say enough.
Every time we start talking, you shut us down.
Yeah.
That's not true. I sat there and let
Whenever-
you guys talk. This is like a...
Yeah, you let us talk, but when we start talking, you start looking somewhere else like you're bored. And it
I'm
makes
not.
me
I'm getting the
nervous,
cameras
and then
already. I'm like switching the cameras, getting your guys' views up. Like,
See how I was talking and he cut
This
me off.
all started today. It's the first time he's done all this. We're full of shit. He lets us talk as much as we want.
Yeah, sure.
see how I was switching those views?
Okay.
See that? It was like you talking and then your view's on there and then you were talking and it was your view. And then I don't even get a view. I'm cool with the live view, but you
What were
camera
we talking-
hogs
Oh yeah.
need to have...
Us attention whores, right?
I didn't say whores, okay? You're a whore. My wife is not.
Okay. I didn't
Talk about my
wasn't
lovely,
saying it
lovely,
that way.
beautiful woman like that.
I apologize.
Thank you.
I apologize. I did not mean to call you a whore.
Thank
I
you.
was saying attention whore, which is different, but
It is different, but I'll take it.
You'll take what?
The,
you defending her?
the defense.
Okay.
You stepping up and shutting me down?
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, this has been
All right.
fun.
It has been.
Pretty good one.
I am your husband.
You are?
Yep. That's what you said, right?
Yeah. What?
That's what I thought.
That's what I heard. So she goes,
If
husband.
not, then I'm really confused.
You
about
didn't
this
say
whole
husband just
situation.
now?
No.
What did you say?
I said it has been.
Oh.
You said it's been fun. I said it has been.
I thought you go, husband,
Jeez.
wife.
No.
Wow.
I got 2 more weekends of ball.
I got one ball, so good for you.
Then it's football season.
I don't care about your life, Adam. Just show up. Don't tell me. Just show
Just
up.
be here. Not when you say you're going to be here. Just be here when I want you, and then leave as soon as I'm done with you.
You know what this sounds like? A
That sounds like a
prostitute.
I feel
Dumpster.
like a whore.
This sounds like you're a prostitute, Adam. Well, thanks for joining us. Check us out on TikTok. Check us out on
Everything.
YouTube. Somebody said TikTok's going to go away. I said, no, we're just building a following. It's not allowed. We got to keep it for at least another year.
How can TikTok go away?
You're like ban it or something.
What?
They banned it in Minnesota or some shit.
I guess off we go to Instagram.
We don't get many views on Instagram. Our mainly comes from like Facebook and do those YouTube shorts we post. He gets like 1 to 2 views. YouTube does not like us.
That's all right.
We're banned on YouTube. Shadow ban.
Shadow ban.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Why?
Because of the words we use.
What a shadow ban.
Means like you have to like
They don't let you know you're banned. They just pile shit up around
you gotta type our full name in. There's
Yeah.
no suggestions. You can't go taking it and it's
We
not gonna
s-
say,
we
oh, you
don't-
want to go taking it too far. It's you gotta type the whole thing in.
We don't fall into their algorithm where it's just, oh, that's probably what they're talking about.
That's what the whole 5 minute thing was about. Like to try to not cuss in the first 5 minutes because YouTube will check that first 5 minutes. But now I guess it's the whole thing, so it doesn't matter. Because I'm not cussing through this whole thing. They can fuck off.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no way we could do that.
That's really hard.
We don't make any money off of it anyway, so fuck them.
No. I don't think we ever will, to be honest.
I don't care. If we do, we do.
I mean, look at the Kokomo Press. They got like 60,000 fucking followers. They don't make jack shit.
Hard words. I
Here
thought we
we
were going
go.
to get through the whole thing.
Without what?
Without any hard words.
Those aren't hard words. It's hard truth. There's no shots fired.
Yeah.
He didn't listen to the episode.
He didn't?
No, he hasn't yet. As of right now,
He hasn't responded to
he hasn't listened. I asked him the other day because he wanted a camera, and I was like, I'll let you borrow
Or maybe
it.
he has, and now it's
Now he's pissed.
now he's pissed.
It was the other night, and he was supposed to borrow a camera yesterday. He never came over.
Oh.
He might be mad. So this war might be officially started. Even though we were just kidding.
No, we were serious.
He took it to heart.
He called me out a couple times. So,
So are you really wanting to fight?
who?
You going to fight Jordan? Boxing match? We're setting it up? Adam versus Jordan.
I don't want to get beat up.
Pow!
Pow!
Bound!
Yeah.
My
Bound.
hand got stuck in my shorts when I did that.
All right, guys. We love you.